Hi folks, here are some little bookmark tags. This one I've left with clear windows so you can see through it. This one I've put little bits of ephemera back to back that come on this sheet in the middle of the windows. And this is how I put them together. This is the page you'll need. This one I've cut out. I've used a craft knife to cut out these. I've cut out some of the little bits that I'm going to stick together to pop in the windows. I've lost one of my roses. That'll never do. There we are. Now then, cutting these out, I started with a ruler and I soon ditched that because they're not very big spaces, and I found that I was having more success just using a craft knife by hand. So I've just gone ahead. Actually, what I did was I made all my vertical lines first of all, like this. And the same on the other side. And then I went and did all the shorter edges. Just saves you turning your work all the time. Right, that's that cut out. I'm going to ink up inside these edges. So if we fold this in half and line up the windows, it's a bit tricky because you've got some flexibility in the card now, but you can do it. And if I line all of those up as best I can, you'll see that I've still got some annoying little bits and pieces. I've gone a little bit off centre there. So I'm going to ink up, and I found the best way to do that with these kinds of little apertures is to go from the inside like this. And then what you get when you revert, when you turn it over, is that you've also gone over some of those edges as well. So it covers up those little bits of white. There we go, so that now when I close this, I've covered up those annoying bits of white. Hopefully I've got a little bit more that I could do over here. Get rid of that white there. That'll do. It's not the best one I've ever done. This one is much nicer. Right, what we need now is a piece of acetate. This is a piece that runs through my printer, but you can use what you have off some packaging, some food packaging that would otherwise go in your recycling. I'm sure you'll find lots. And I'm just going to cut a piece to fit inside. So I can go to the bottom. I'll just cut that along there, and I'm going to fold this in half. So it goes about here. It's so tricky, I can't really pick it up properly. There we are, we'll go along there. Kitten's falling off my shoulder. Let's put him down here. Hopefully he won't be a nuisance. Oh yeah, it's a cameo on video, little mate. You mind your whiskers? Well, I'll cut this piece down. There we are. And this hopefully will fit quite nicely in here. There we are. I think I'll do this one because I preferred my cutting on this one, so I'll get a better finish because I took more time with it. That looks great. Now with these little pieces that I've cut out on the sheet, they're reversed, so you get one that's facing left and one that's facing right, so that when you cut them out you can glue them together. So I'll do that now. The kitten doesn't like the smell of the glue, so hopefully he'll go away. Hello little fella. Are you coming up here, are you? So I stick these two pieces together and I'll ink around the edge to get rid of any nasty little white pieces of paper that are sticking out. There we go, so there those glued together. Quickly ink up their edges. So I've got my little folds. You can cut them into 2 strips if you want to. And now I'm just going to glue around the edge of one of my strips. I might put a bit of glue there as well. Why not? And pop that down. Doesn't really matter that it's not covering everything because it won't be seen once you've stuck the whole thing down. And now I'm very carefully going to, just using a little dot of glue, position my little pieces in the middle of the windows. Just a little dot. I haven't tested this glue to see what it looks like in this kind of situation, hence I just want to use a little tiny dot, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Oh, I've got cut too many, look at this, good. I knew the butterfly was going to be too big. I can either do it like this, see what it looks like through that window, or I can use the rose. I can do this on an angle. That was my plan, to have that on the angle like that and actually put that one in the middle. So I think I'll change that around. Pop him in the middle there, use the glue that's already there. And then put this one at the bottom. You've got a few different things to choose from on this sheet as well. And of course, if you've got some tiny little bits of ephemera or dried flowers would be perfect. I haven't actually got any dried flowers to hand, which is unfortunate. And now I'm going to put a little bit of glue over this part of the acetate and glue this piece down on top. Would have been easier to have cut these 2 pieces as strips rather than folding, because it's the fold acts as a little bit of a spring and it doesn't want to stay shut really. But it is what it is at this point, and I'll go with it. Right, I'm going to glue on top of the acetate now, and down this edge. And I think I'm going to have to employ a bulldog clip or a peg, a clothespin or 2 to make this stay shut until it's ready. So I'll close this over the top, or I could lay a heavy book on top.